I know you were tuned in. You were on top of it with the whole controversy with President Hudson. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you mentioned the DDRs.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that was right up there, alley. I saw a bunch of stuff on YouTube. I don't know, YouTube still be recommending stuff to me. I have no goddamn idea why. But I saw a bunch of stuff where the DDR were trying to tie the Hudson controversy to Deion Sanders and make it like a excuse for his actions. You feel me? What was your reaction to all the other folks that's out here in this game like we are that tried to push content, push that narrative like that?
Man, my reaction to it at first was when he first went on administrative leave. I was kind of surprised about it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was going on. And to right now, unless you real close to the school, you really don't know what happened. Reason
Mm-hmm.
why he went on administrative leave. Um, but also to find out when he resigned. Um, uh, I I I put it in this sense. I knew the vultures were gonna come out and try to start mess,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of tuned that out. Like, okay, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but whatever the president did or he didn't do, it had no it had no connection to Deion Sanders.
Zero. And I can back that up. As somebody close to the university,
Right.
I can't speak on it publicly,
Nah, you good.
but it ain't got nothing to do with Deion Sanders, as
No.
you said.
And to people that the people that always saying, well, you didn't pay him enough, you gotta understand. Dion was one of the most high paid coaches in FCS. We're talking about FCS.
Mm-hmm.
Like the minimum a head coach in FCS would get probably about between like 150 to $200,000.
Mm-hmm.
You paid that man $300,000. He also put a clause in his contract where he gets 30% of the gate. Where if the number of people that's in the stadium at home exceeds a certain amount, he also did his 3 years. He
Mm-hmm.
signed for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? He signed for 3 years, and we could have extended him, but to me, he knew at the present moment last season, he knew at that moment like it was time for him. He wanted to go.
But ain't that crazy that these folks sit up here and they believe everything he says? So he says it's not about the money, but at the same time they say we ain't paid the man enough. How can both be true?
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. And watching Deion Sanders here, because you gotta realize he's after he finished his career in the NFL, he stayed in Dallas. He stayed in Dallas.
Oh, so you've seen a lot because I've
Yeah.
learned some stuff. Now they recommended some stuff out of the Dallas area that I ain't know nothing about, like with the whole divorce and
Oh
everything.
yeah.
I didn't know it had got like y'all were getting some stuff on the news that we weren't getting nationally.
Right. So look at it, to me, I was like, look at his track record. Okay, he started up a school called Prime Prep Academy, um, and it was doomed from the start.
Mm-hmm.
The 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 people that they placed the school in the district with, they didn't want him there because they feel like they was gonna, taking advantage as far as recruiting the kids out of the certain neighborhoods around the city of Dallas,
Uh-huh.
especially around Oak Cliff, because that's where it was located at. Uh, Now I would say this though, he did field a good ass football team, and he had a hell of a basketball team. You
Okay.
talking about guys, especially for basketball. You talking about guys like Terrence Ferguson, who
I
got
remember T
bunnies,
Ferg.
T.
Okay.
Bird, and
Oh,
Moutier. Emmanuel Moutier was on the same squad right there. Yes,
I ain't know that. I ain't know
yes.
that.
And then he
Okay.
had some players on for prime prep that went on to become productive players in football, in college football. Um, And the reason why I say this because I had two cousins that actually played for him too. Um,
Okay.
both of them. One was a defensive end slash linebacker. My other cousin, he played safety and cornerback. They excel, but by the time they was trying to get it to the second year, um, the school folded. It folded. So all the kids that were there, they had to go back to their respective schools were in their neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And being that my cousins went to Cedar Hill, um, they both went back to Cedar Hill. One of them graduated from Cedar Hill. The other one transferred, went to Red Oak High School where he graduated from.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a failure. It was doomed to fail. And then, of course, the divorce that he had was highly publicized, and it was nasty. It was one of them knockout drag out fight type
And
of
see,
divorce.
I ain't know that because even though I've been a Prime fan since I was a child, like some of that stuff I ain't pay attention to. I just looked at him as the entertainer in his post thing. I ain't look at him like a Muhammad Ali. Like I studied Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan. I ain't studied Prime like that off the field.
Right.
So I guess YouTube with this algorithm or whatever. Then started
So
recommending stuff, and I'm getting stuff from y'all local television.
yeah.
I say, what? What is going on here?
Yeah, man. They like he had some stuff. Like he had a house. Him and Pilar had a house in Prosper. And basically, they divided a house straight down the middle.
Literally.
Literally straight down the middle.
Okay.
Um and basically Pilar got out of there, it was some things about, domestic violence
Mm,
between them two, and she got out of there. She ended up moving to Rockwall, which is on the east side, going towards I would say Texarkana, East Texas.
mm,
Pretty much probably about 30 minutes outside of Dallas.
okay.
That's where Shalimar and Shiloh and Shador were supposed to stay with them. He ended up getting custody of the boys. Shalimar stayed with Pilar. Um,
Okay.
that's the reason why you see Shiloh don't really give two shits about sometimes about his dad. Um,
Right.
he really don't. He moved to his own drum, to the beat of his own drum. So, um,
I can
but
understand
that
that.
that that I mean that's the thing. But I will give him this. I will give him this. He did when he founded Truth, his youth football sports. He did give those kids, from the inner cities, what I'm saying, from Oak Cliff, South Dallas, Pleasant Grove, West Dallas. Uh, he did give those kids a chance to go out there and shine and not look, not be looked at as less than.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you want, man, I got plenty of stories about his two older kids. I got
Uh-oh.
plenty of stories about them because they went to Cedar Hill also. And
Oh, okay. So they went
here's
to your high school.
they went to my high school. And here's the crazy thing though. You
Okay.
remember I told you my aunt, right?
Right. Prep
She
you down.
she taught at my high school. She been teaching at my high school since 1994.
Oh, and you know the teachers. No, I'm a former teacher. Yeah, the teachers, we know everything.
So she know everything. She
Oh,
knew yeah. We had a conversation about certain things, and it was just crazy though. It's funny to me.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.